At this time, please join me in welcoming Terry Webler, the mayor of Libertyville, who's going to come up and tell us what's going on in his community.
We did recently approve our budget, as most municipalities, we run on May 1st, April 30th, and we have a balanced budget again. Unlike Springfield, we have to balance our budget. So as all the communities do, our budget is balanced. Main Street, our downtown Main Street organization celebrated last Sunday night their 25th anniversary. Main Street has done a tremendous job. You know, everybody always comes up and tells me, boy, you guys have done a great job in Libertyville, and it really isn't the village. It's our Main Street organization that runs all these events and does so much. They've celebrated their 25th anniversary, and one of the announcements that we made Sunday night at that meeting is that we are going to be working with Main Street to put in a Main Street office and visitor center in Cook Park for the village. So we're still working on the details on that, but I think it'll be a nice welcome center for the village. The Occupational Army, commonly known as IDOT, has agreed to vacate their area at 137 in Milwaukee in the near future. Our businesses can finally go back to doing what they do, represent businesses, sell to businesses. It's been a long project. It's been kind of a tedious project. Our businesses lost 40% of their revenue during that time. They laid off people, and they can finally go back to making some money again, doing what businesses do best. Work is near completion. Only restoration and the traffic lights going up, and then they'll be able to get open. Somebody mentioned the railroad. Well, our other governmental body that works so well, Metra, if you weren't over the railroad tracks, Gurney did not open up their new roller coaster yet, but if you wanted an experience of that, all you had to do was go over the Metra tracks after they opened them from the first time they did the tracks in Milwaukee Avenue. Unfortunately, it was not great. They closed the road for 5 days. Immediately after opening it, we got hundreds of phone calls. That has now been fixed, and as of this morning, the road is open again at Metra, and the guy promised it would be the smoothest railroad crossing in Lake County. It is not, but it's much better than it was. And Steve, Metra's now headed to Mundelein at Route 60, so good luck. We recently adopted a commercial garbage franchise. It begins in February 2015. We anticipate the program will provide recycling capabilities for businesses as well as substantial cost savings. I think all the municipalities saw with electrical aggregation and in that type of program that we can save money for our residents, and our commercial garbage franchise is going to do that for our businesses. Speaking of aggregation, we recently received bids and awarded a 3-year contract with First Energy Solutions to continue the electrical aggregation program. Our rate is 6.54%. That's quite a bit higher than our first rate was, and I had a resident this past weekend email me and say, I own a house in Libertyville and I own a house in Mundelein, and I don't understand why Libertyville is so high. And I told him Mundelein hasn't gone through their new contract yet. Wait. So, and I think all of the towns are going through that with the raised rates. But even if you're getting a higher rate on electrical aggregation, I will tell you our rates are still substantially lower than ComEd. We have seen significant activity in residential development. 2 of our properties, the Bolander property and the Trim property, are currently in the planning stages in front of our planning departments, and looking to add that. The Manchester Square, which is the building where Casa Bonita is, has been sold, and the new developer is looking to finish that. After sitting half-finished on the 2nd and 3rd floor for many years, we're finally going to see that finished, so we're looking forward to that. We recently approved a redevelopment for a portion of the Mungo property, which was the old International Harvester property, and Bridgepoint Development is planning on building 400,000 square feet of industrial and warehouse space at that building. So we're looking forward to that development. We continue to promote our businesses through Shop Local and Shop 60048. And if you haven't been downtown recently, come on downtown. In the last year, we've added a number of new restaurants, including Big Ed's, which is a barbecue place, Milwaukee Trace, a tapas place. The new Mickey Finn's has opened up just a couple weeks ago. We have 2 new restaurants on tap, O'Toole's and a pizza place. So if you haven't been downtown Libertyville recently, come on down. I think you're going to have an enjoyable experience. And what we're proud to say is the places that we have in downtown Libertyville, rather than getting in all the franchises, These are mom and pop businesses. They're there, and they're gonna make sure you're satisfied with your meal because they're relying on you. It's not the name of the company with a big franchise. So we're really happy to work with them. Also, we're having major renovation activity with our local car dealerships, including Libertyville Kia, moving across the street to a new facility, and major renovations to Toyota and Liberty Auto City. Our major problem, again, is the problem that every municipality has been facing, and that's dealing with Springfield. Maybe nobody else will bring it up, but I will. If you look at your property tax bill, look at where it says Village of Libertyville, Village of Mundelein, or Village Green Oaks, Village Vernon Hills, and then look at the line under it that says Village of Libertyville Pension, or Village of Mundelein Pension. Look at how much of your tax dollars going to the pensions. The municipalities have been talking to Springfield, trying to get some pension reform. It hasn't been successful, and we keep getting more and more bills that are only going to increase your property taxes. The bill that's up right now, and hopefully it's passed the House, it has not passed the Senate, is a staffing bill. And that bill could tend to increase property tax and taxes to our municipality substantially, because what it says is the unions now can make decisions on how much we man our fire departments. That's no longer a management decision. They want to allow the unions to say, we need X amount of firemen at this station and we need X amount of firemen at that station. Again, it'll add to your tax bill if it passes. I'd just like to ask that all of you pay attention to what goes on in Springfield and listen when you hear us, because I know that Steve, I know Bernie, I know all the mayors, Roger, we all participate in different groups to tell Springfield what happens to us and what's going on with our municipalities. And we try and educate our residents, and so hopefully you will listen to the mayor when they talk to you and explain what's going on with that. And so, again, a lot going on in Libertyville, but come down and see us to find out what it is. Steve, I'm going to finish eating. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Terry.